In the last lesson, we are going to look into Kerberos-related auditing, monitoring, and alerting. Monitoring the system security is equally important as securing the system, if we assume that the system has already been compromised or will be in the future. It's a complex multi-layered task, which crosses several domains of expertise and requires cross-functional collaboration, careful planning and implementation, and continuous improvements. We are going to review monitoring of only a subset of activities and targets specifically related to Kerberos and Active Directory. Kerberos is one of the main pillars of the system security, so we need to monitor all the activities that target Kerberos vulnerabilities, try to bypass Kerberos authentication rules, or may indicate malicious intent targeting domain accounts and resources. We should enable advanced auditing at the domain level, as well as Kerberos logging where necessary. Configure monitoring and real-time alerting for early detection and response. And configure regular reporting for detection of patterns and anomalies. We can configure advanced audit policy through group policy. Credentials and logon events are definitely area of interest. We should audit failed attempts of credential validation, which may indicate ongoing malicious activities trying to bypass Kerberos or misconfiguration of legitimate accounts and processes. Kerberos ticket request and response messages should be logged, and we should monitor and alert on those trying to use non-AES 256 encryption types. Many attacks rely on weak encryption algorithms and may attempt encryption downgrade, so such requests will provide early warning in case of malicious activity. In case of account glitch, it will help to identify the issue and recover an account promptly. Account lockouts are essential for understanding user activity and detecting potential attacks. An attempt to use special privileges by unexpected accounts may suggest a malicious activity is in progress. Account and group management should also be closely monitored. We need to be alerted when a new computer or MSA accounts are created, as well as when their attributes get modified. The same applies for user accounts, especially highly privileged ones and their discretionary access control lists. We should pay close attention to events indicating changes of computer or user attributes. Here we see events indicating that Kerberos pre-authentication was disabled, and also events indicating changes in delegation and user access control attribute. User-related events may not always contain details of the changes. We should know when group membership changes for highly privileged groups, including non-admin ones such as account and backup operators. Events related to changes in account rights and privileges are very valuable. These include events where non-system users are assigned rights, or privileges being used by non-admin or non-system accounts when process name is unfamiliar or targeted object holds credentials. We need to be alerted in case an unauthorized host initiates replication of Active Directory, as well as in case of any configuration change in domain or forest trusts, domain and Kerberos policies, and system security access. We should also be aware of any changes made at the host system level. These include changes of Windows Firewall rules, any failure related to Windows Firewall service or driver, as well as creation of new processes with unfamiliar names, or creation of new services. PowerShell has been used for offensive operations for a decade now, and many known attack tools have been PowerShell enabled, so it's critical to monitor and analyze PowerShell activities on all the hosts. PowerShell script block logging, which is enabled by default, reveals the obfuscated code executed by PowerShell scripts, which can be analyzed for compromise detection keywords. PowerShell transcript logging basically dumps the input and output text from the PowerShell console to a file which can be either analyzed using some automated text processing tools or scripts, or ingested into security information and event management system and analyzed there.